Greetings, Centennial State, and welcome to the Colorado Report. I'm Dave Rex. Twice a week, we bring you select headlines and side stories from the Rocky Mountain State. Thank you for joining us. In this edition of the Colorado Report, we'll be doing something a little different than usual. We're looking at one story and taking a cursory glance at the Watts case. In August 2018, an interview got a lot of attention.
My last question, if you have any of them, so feel free to set them. My last question is, if your wife can see this, if she can watch these, what would you like to tell your wife and your kids?
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
That's it. I can take that mic off you.
In 2 days, it went nationwide. Christopher Watts, Shanann Watts, Celeste Watts, Bella Watts, the unborn child Shanann was carrying. This is the family that went viral in the worst way possible. From Denver 7, August 16, 2018. A Frederick husband and father is behind bars in the Weld County Jail, booked early Thursday morning in connection to the disappearance of his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters. Police said at 10:30 a.m. news conference that the body of a woman believed to be Shanann was recovered on Anadarko property and that efforts are underway to try and recover the bodies of the 2 girls. 2 law enforcement officials with knowledge of the investigation told Denver 7 investigative reporter Jace Larson that Watts had confessed to killing Shanann Watts, 34, and their 2 daughters, 3-year-old Celeste and 4-year-old Bella, and that officials believe they know where they can find the bodies. Channel 9 News and Denver 7 put together have all of the raw interrogation footage on their YouTube channels. It starts pleasant enough. Chris's father is in town for obvious reasons, so they cordially discuss him going to get some breakfast.
What we're talking about is, as we mentioned yesterday,
just
knocking out the polygraph.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that today?
Okay.
Why don't we do that now?
Okay.
We'll get that out of the way when you're done. This is Tammy. Did you meet Tammy yesterday?
No, this is the only one.
This is Tammy.
Hi.
Chris, how are you?
So then when we're done, we'll figure out our game plan that I was talking about today.
Okay.
Does your dad have availability to use the car if you're going to be here for like an hour or more?
Can you drive?
Oh, he can drive.
Okay.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Okay, and I'll go explain to him everything that's going on.
Okay. He will know where to go, but
Oh, okay. Well, we can.
the house. He knows how to get to the house, but if
Okay.
it's not ready, you can't go in there. But
Okay.
Does he know how to use GPS on his phone? Or anything?
yeah, but he wouldn't know where else to go besides my house.
Oh, that's true.
That's just, I mean, I can tell him if he gets to go to my friend's house. If
Okay.
I'm not sure, like, if I'm be here for an hour or like 4 hours.
You want me to just go talk to him and let him know when the house is going to be ready and all that, and when he can go? Because he can go grab a bite to eat or something, right?
Oh yeah, like if everything should be open by now around here. So.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure
well,
he's been flying since like 5 o'clock East Coast time, so.
Okay, why don't we knock this out?
Okay.
I think it's the best thing to do to move past all of this. And then I'll go talk to your dad. He'll have the keys. Everything will be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have this number, so you can call him when you're done.
There's like no signal in this place, so.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I couldn't talk to you earlier.
Like, yeah, it was.
Between him and me, we'll figure out how to communicate and get him where he needs to go.
From the get-go, Chris holds the concerned parent with nothing to hide demeanor.
As far as like her mom said, like if it's a kidnapping, then she said not to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like torn of what to do.
Well,
Her mom told you not to talk?
Yeah, her mom's saying, because she was advised by someone, like police or a detective there, that like if he talks to the media, it might.
Oh, to the media, okay.
Mhm.
No, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about to the police.
Oh, no,
I was like...
like just the media in general, like,
Yeah.
'cause it's gone, I mean, today's show, Good Morning America, is trying to get a hold of me, my parents, friends, so I just.
Sometimes we release details that, maybe the public
They want
doesn't
details
know.
from me.
I know, so
And
that's
why
why.
I'm like, I don't want to impede with what's going on here and put the things out, because I've watched enough shows that say like, all right, don't put things out there before the police.
Because then you don't know if somebody really knows or if they just saw it on TV.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. I think while you're doing this, it's going to be complete.
After about 4.5 hours of questions, Chris takes a polygraph test. The ticking clock echoes in the room, the only thing heard between questions.
Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Once the polygraph test is finished and he is left in the interrogation room alone, he sips a Gatorade every 30 seconds or so, swishing it in his mouth before swallowing. Tammy, the polygraph reader, enters the room for a short moment to get her laptop cord. From there, the sound of the ticking clock for 28 minutes. Tammy enters and collects her equipment. She tells Chris that Graham, the FBI agent Chris has primarily been talking with, that they will be back shortly to ask some more questions. And then, the ticking clock for another 20 minutes. Graham and Tammy enter to talk to Chris, telling him he failed his polygraph test.
So I brought Graham in here because we want to talk to you about the results, okay?
Okay.
So, it is completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay. So now we need to talk about what actually happened. And I feel like you're probably ready to do that.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise.
Chris,
I know.
Chris, stop. It's time. Just stop for a minute. Take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath right now.
There's a reason you feel sick to your stomach. And when people hold stuff inside, it makes you physically ill. And I can just tell on your face, I could tell from the second you walked in that you were wanting to just come clean and just be done with this. And I appreciate that because you knew sitting down in that chair that you weren't going to pass today. And you knew I was going to find out because I told you that. And then you continued to stay knowing that you could, at the end, say, you know what? I just need to get this off my chest. Like, I just need to tell you what happened. We're not here to play games. We're not here to do any of that with you. We just want to know what happened. So can you start from the beginning and tell us what happened?
Everything that I have told you, I did not lie on this polygraph. I don't know how much I could tell you right now. Like, I did not.
It's not even an option right now because you did not pass the polygraph. So I know you were being deceptive. So that's not even an issue right now. The issue right now is what happened to Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. That's the issue right now.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about that.
I
know you want to tell us. I can see it in your face. Holding this lie in is gonna do nothing for you.
I know this, like,
Okay.
I'm not, like, trying to, like, cover things up, like, if...
Yeah, but you kinda are, because, it's normal. Normal people would do that. Normal people that make a mistake initially are gonna go, I don't know what you're talking about, I didn't do anything. That's normal. I would expect that.
Chris continues to hold to his story.
Good man. We're confused as to why you're not taking care of your beautiful children
I'm not taking care of them right now.
right now. Where are they?
I don't know where they're at. Honestly, I do not know where they are at. If I could have my babies back home right now, I would. I want them back. I want everybody back. That is the God's honest truth.
Finally, after almost 5.5 hours, Chris starts to confess.
But you weren't here today lying about something else. So we need to talk about that, okay?
I cheated on her.
I know. And this is very good. Keep
I'm not proud of it. I didn't think anything like that could happen. I didn't think I'd ever do it, but I did.
I know. Keep going.
And she accused me of it. I denied it. I cheated on her, and I feel horrible for it. Like, she was pregnant, and it was... I don't want to... I didn't hurt her. I cheated on her. I hurt her emotionally. I cheated on her. And I feel absolutely horrible about this, but that's what I've been holding. When I didn't go to the Rockies game, I was with her.
Okay.
I went to dinner with her.
Okay. Keep going.
That 5 weeks I was alone, I was with her most of the time.
Okay. You're doing a good job. This is the Chris that I knew would come out today. This is the Chris who tells the truth because you're a truth teller.
Over the next hour and 45 minutes, Chris wavers and confesses to more. When Chris's father is brought into the interrogation room upon Chris's request, Tammy and Bram leave after Chris says he'll tell his father what happened. Because Chris is low, mumbling, and about to cry as he says whatever happens to them, I can't pull much good audio. But Chris says, quote, I don't want to protect her, referring to Shanann. He describes coming upstairs after a fight about his affair and wanting a separation. Shanann was in the kids' room. She had smothered them. Both of them dead. He describes their faces as blue. He goes on to say, quote, I freaked out and I had to do the same f***ing thing to her. Tammy and Bram return soon, and Tammy actually comes up and rubs Chris's back, leaning in to give him a comfortable feeling. After everyone is seated, Tammy says, quote, please help us work through this with you, okay? The next hour, things become very hard to hear. Chris cries through his statement. His father, still in the room, understandably, does the same. Later, Chris states, quote, I don't know if they even believe me or not, to his father. Almost 4 hours into the confession, Bram and Tammy show Chris an overhead picture of his work site where he disposed of the bodies, and he marks where they're located. At the end of this, Chris is of course arrested. On November 19th, Watts was sentenced to life in prison without parole after pleading guilty to the murders of his family. Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant at the time Chris murdered her. Celeste was 3 years old, and Bella was 4. The two girls were dumped in oil tanks, and Shanann was buried in a shallow grave at the same site. If you want to know more about this case or watch the entire interrogation footage, Visit theColoradoReport.com for links. Finally, here at the Colorado Report, we want the families of both Shanann and Chris, as well as the friends and families affected by this tragedy, to eventually find some sort of peace. Though it's understood if they can't.